Hey there. Thanks for joining me in Taipei at the Far East Adventure Travel audio podcast launch party. You see a big turnout here. Hey, how are you? In Germany, how are you? It's a big turnout for my launch party here in Taipei. As you can see, got some food stalls, food stations set up for everybody. Hey, how are you? And I'll say hi to some people later. I mean, I'm loved here in Taipei, I have to tell you. This is actually Dihua Street, and I've been down here before. Hey, Cody. I've been down here before for checking things out. This is, I'm great, how are you? How's everything in Germany? This is Dihua Street, and it's where everybody comes to buy stuff for Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year. Hey, Florida. And it's a special market. It's a special New Year's market, and I hope you can hear me. It's definitely louder than your average night market, and I'll tell you why. It's because like there's lots of food stalls here for people to get something to eat. Hey, say hi. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, 谢谢, 谢谢. Thank you. 谢谢. Thank you. And oh, thank you. Thank you. Later. So hi. It's Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year on February 8th, and this is a street that is set up. I'm just going to walk down here where it's a little bit quieter, so I can talk a little bit clearer. This is a street that is set up to sell things to people for the New Year. So lots of food, treats, traditional Taiwanese snacks, Chinese snacks, things that people will have over the New Year, and things that people will give as gifts for the New Year. And it's very crowded down here, but it's raining right now, so it's not as crowded. Am I going to a New Year party? Well, I'll be invited to somebody's home for New Year's Eve. And it's usually just a big dinner that people put on, and every year I seem to get invited to one. And so I'll have that. It's always fun. And then I'll go to the temple afterwards and watch the celebrations at one of the temples here in Taipei. It's always a really enriching, wonderful experience. So that's what I'll do on New Year's Eve. And that New Year's Day is February 8th, so New Year's Eve is February 7th. And it's a big holiday here in Taiwan. Because of the weekend, I think this year works out to about 9 days people get off. So it's a very, very important celebration here. It's the most important celebration on the island. And this street is set up to sell lots of stuff before then. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. Thanks for joining me here. Hey, I also, while I've got you here, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about a new podcast that I just launched called Far East Adventure Travel audio podcast. And it's up on iTunes right now, and I really would appreciate it if you would check it out. And if you go to my Facebook page, Far East Adventure Travel, I have the links there. And I would really appreciate it if you check it out, have a listen to it, and gave it a review. It would be really awesome, would really help me out. It's a brand new audio podcast. I have the video podcast I've been doing now for a couple of years, and I'm just launching the audio one right now. So I really would appreciate it if you check that out. It'd be totally cool. Now I'm going to take you to somewhere else that's really interesting place to see down here. Thanks for the hearts, by the way. And Taiwan is not Taiwan without sausages. So lots of sausages grilled down here. People love this stuff. And it's raining right now, so it would normally be a lot more crowded. But because of the rain, it's a little bit quieter down here today. It's still quite busy though. This is the Zhaohai Temple here in Taipei, and it's a very interesting temple because it's where the God of love is revered, and many people will come down here and pray for a husband or a wife, or a future husband or a wife. So and they will come down here and they will write down all of the details that they want their future spouse qualities to have, and then they will pray for that person. And I have a friend here, and his cousin came down here a few years ago, and she had a list of all the things that she wanted in her future husband, and she prayed, and she got her future husband within a year. You're thinking, the sky lanterns that fly into the sky. Yes, that is a very big tradition here. In northern Taiwan, it's very popular. It's in a town called Pingxi, and I will go up there and periscope from there this year. And it's a beautiful festival. I've seen it a couple of times now, and it's in northern Taiwan because it's a sky lantern festival. And because the sky lanterns are basically it's like a gas that's lit. It can be a fire hazard, and it's one of the only places in Taiwan that they're allowed to do it because they get a lot of rain up there. And if the lantern comes down and it's still burning, the chances of it's going to go out are pretty good. But in other parts of Taiwan, not so. So the sky lanterns have been banned in a lot of parts of Taiwan, but in Pingxi and Shilin in northern Taiwan, they still have the sky lanterns. It's absolutely a gorgeous, beautiful festival, and it's one of the highlights of Lunar New Year here in Taiwan. The other highlight, which I'll be hopefully heading down to, is the Yanshui Beehive Fireworks Festival, and it's rated as one of the most dangerous festivals in the world, right up there with the running of the bulls in Spain. And they set off these great big huge piles of bottle rockets in the streets, and people wear helmets and big coats to protect themselves. So I'll be checking that out as well. But right now, this is Dihua Street here in Taiwan. This is called Grocery Street, and it's absolutely crazy noisy place. and come back, yeah. And you see the people in the food stalls here are very friendly, very aggressive, trying to get you to buy their goods. And that's why it's so noisy here. And everybody's got a PA system or intercom, so it's really hard to hear things. It's much noisier than a regular night market, just to let you know. And I don't even know, can you even hear me right now? Yeah, they do. They're very aggressive, but in a friendly way. It's never nasty or they never get mean. But they're very aggressive, and that's just the style of selling here. Yeah, later, thank you. I'm getting, as I'm walking by, I'm getting people coming up to me and wanting to offer me snacks right now. So, oh, you can't quite hear me. Okay, well, I'm going to maybe move off to the side again, and. Maybe what I'll do is I'll have to hold the microphone up a little bit closer and talk softer. Now, can you hear me okay now? Is that better? I don't want to blare. The last time I was down here, I was shouting into this microphone, and I listened to the scope after, and it sounded awful. So I know it's really difficult to hear under these conditions. Oh, okay, good. But anyways, so it gets very loud here. It's much louder than a regular night market. Oh, good. And so every year these guys set up. This is the third year I've been down here, and they set these great big stalls up with tons of food that people buy for the New Year. And lots of people will buy lots of things and take home with them from Taipei. They'll go to another town in Taiwan, and maybe their parents' home or grandparents' home, and they will take some of these treats with them and food. And so, like I said, I could probably say, hey. So I mean, it's really easy to get people to wave and say hi, hello, so it's a very friendly place, and they like foreigners here. So if you come down here, if you're a foreigner, you'll get treated really well, very welcoming, and even the people that aren't working here are very, very friendly. So, but it's definitely a fun place to be, and you really catch the spirit of Lunar New Year. Hello, how are you? Hey, give me a shout out where you are in the world too. I'd love to say hi to you. It's just a little challenging walking around here right now because I'm holding an umbrella and scoping at the same time. And getting people, I don't like to be rude, but these people just jump in and they want to hand me stuff, and I can't. Hey, say hi. This is around the world, so hello. Hey, 你好，新年快乐. So that's Happy New Year in Mandarin, 新年快乐. And hello, hey, 你好. Hey. Try later. Hello, Dubai. How are you? Thank you for joining us here. I must get to the Emirates. I really need to get to Dubai one of these days. I hear so many good things. So many people I talk to love visiting Dubai because it's very modern and very still very Asian in culture. Oh yeah. People are super friendly here. It's you definitely get the good hospitality when you come down here. Hello, and I'll be coming down here again to do some filming for my video podcast. And just in case if you didn't catch it earlier, and if you're watching on the replay, I would really appreciate it if you checked out my new audio podcast. It's called FarEastAdvTravl, and it's on iTunes. It is the black and white picture. I have two profile pictures on iTunes, one color, one black and white. It's black and white. It's audio podcast. I would love it if you checked it out, how to listen. It would be so awesome. And if you like it, give me a review on iTunes. I would really appreciate it. I just launched it today, live on iTunes. And I'm really looking forward to doing a lot of audio podcasts from Asia, where I'm based. I've been doing a video podcast now for almost 2 years. And I'm starting an audio podcast now, which will be some of your favorite audio versions of some of your favorite video podcasts, and lots of interviews, lots of different things. And it's all about this fascinating place that I've fallen in love with, Asia here. So this is a continuation of the night market here, not the night market, the New Year market here, Dihua Street. And as you can see, it's very busy. But give me a shout out where you are. I'd love to say hi to you before I go. It's John Simbo, FarEastAdvTravl in Taipei, Taiwan, and I'm scoping from Grocery Street or Dihua Street at Lunar New Year. Hey Eric, how are you? Thanks for joining me here in Taipei. And thanks to all the regulars who support me. I really appreciate the hearts and the shares and everything else. It's super, super awesome. I really feel grateful for that. Thank you so much. Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you. Love the hearts. Thank you so much for your support here in Taipei. And please check out my new podcast, audio podcast, FarEastAdvTravl on iTunes. Thank you so much. 谢谢. Bye-bye from Taipei.